Hey guys, what's going on here? Main Event Matt, and I am psyched to bring you guys this news revolving WWE 2K16. Okay, now, IGN released an article today, or yesterday, sometime here recently, and within the last day, about it showcased entrances from the game, including Finn Balor's and Seth Rollins, which is probably the two that I was most wanting to see. So it showcased their two entrances, and it also gave you a little gameplay clip, as well as talking about some of the features and shit that they updated. Okay, now I'm going to jump into that in a little bit. Let's first recap on what they've already announced. Okay, Terminator is going to be the pre-order bonus. There's going to be 120 unique characters, which they talk about this in the article, and I'm going to get this out of the way now. 120 characters here. I'll give you the example that they gave in the description of the video. They said that take Dude Love and Cactus Jack for instance. Mick Foley's mini personas. If there's Cactus Jack, Dude Love, and Mick Foley in the game, that's 3 separate unique playable characters. Gimmicks are separate. They have separate names that is separate. But someone like Triple H, a 1990s Triple H, and a current Triple H, that would be on one call. So what I'm interested in is someone like Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Like, between him and Triple H, would that be 2 separate calls or the same one? But anyways, we know that's going to happen. We know Hulk Hogan's been removed from the game, so he's now out of the question here. He's no longer part of the game. So now that we've got that out of the way, we're going to jump into this video. Okay, now I'm going to put the link in the description down there. Go click on the link, go check it out. That'll have the actual videos. I'm just going to show pictures here from the videos because I don't want to get copyright or anything for it. So I'm just going to show the pics. But first bit of news, we're going to go with the entrances. Now let's start out with the gameplay. I'll just talk about the gameplay first, because the entrances I'm going to go into more of my opinion, not just what they said. So we'll go with the gameplay first. Okay, now the thing with the gameplay is what they've been talking about. There's going to be rest hold grapples now. I'm just going to put this out first. Okay, I'm going to put the picture up on the screen right now. But they do have Finn Balor's drop kick to the side of the head when they're sitting down in the game. I'm not sure exactly how you hit it. It didn't really show it in the video. But they do have that running drop kick to the side of the head from Finn Balor in the game. So I'm assuming they'll have a new animation for the coup de grace and all that. But the first bit of information revolving around the wrestling moves is that rest holds have been added into the game. So now rest hold grapples are a thing. So like you can side headlock, whatever you want to do, like those rest hold grapples. They will now be in the game, and what they will do is they will actually let you regain stamina. So like you can really play off the heel gimmick now, and like you can sit there and regain your stamina while it takes the other person's stamina down. Which I can only assume that would help them build a comeback though. So I mean, like, I don't know exactly how they're going to do that, but they have rest hold grapples now, and new animations for grapples too, like grapple reversals and all that. There's actually going to be limited reversals though in this game, which is the thing that brings it down. This video, this announcement brings it down. I don't like that there's limited reversals. I think that's a dumb idea. If someone's running at you for like every fucking move, why wouldn't you be able to reverse it? That's what I think. That's stupid. But, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, they're going to do good stuff to it. They're going to do bad stuff to the game. It's just whatever. You can't complain about everything. And then there's also going to be mid-move reversals, like tide turner reversals. Like, say someone's been beating you down the whole match. In the middle of a suplex or something, you have the opportunity to reverse it into like a pinfall or something like that. I think that's what they're getting at. Or just like mid-move reversals. So like I'd assume like, take Roman Reigns' apron drop kick for instance. Like hopefully they'll add the feature into where like you can clothesline him when he goes for the drop kick. That'd be like a mid-move tide turner reversal, I would say. But there's going to be mid-move reversals. They didn't really give an example in the game or anything, but there's going to be mid-move reversals in here. As well as new pinning animations, not animations, like new pinning techniques, blah blah blah, whatever you want to call it, mechanics, there's the word. New pinning mechanics as well as submission. The submission ones and the pin ones I don't have a problem with. Some people probably will. I personally don't have a problem with it because the submissions only help. It's basically like the UFC game, UFC 3, if you've ever played that for the PS3, where like for submissions you have to for UFC you have to keep away from the other person that's trying to catch you with their bars around the circle, and that like keeps you from submitting or something. But this one, like the person that's in the hold has to try to keep their bar with the person that's applying the hold. So it's almost like a mind game type technique thing, which is a lot better than just rapidly clicking a button and then always ended up tapping out. That was one thing that pissed me off. I never tried in submissions because they were fucking stupid. Now I'm going to try because they actually make sense and they won't piss me off now. Which leads me to another thing. So like Becky Lynch's disarmor or Charlotte's figure eight, normally those moves would be hard as hell to make someone tap out with on the game because you'd have to injure their legs and their arms beforehand. Now I feel like you won't have to, and you'll just have to keep the bar with theirs or whatever. You'll have to try to take it away from them to get them to submit, which is good for people that have arm and leg submissions. It'll be a lot easier to win via submission then. There's also, moving on, well, the pinfalls is pretty much the same as before. It's just a circle, and you have to get it to the bar in the circle. It's not much different. I mean, it's the same concept. It's just different shape, pretty much. Instead of a line, it's a circle. So, I mean, I don't have a problem with the pinning one. I'm moving on to other edits that they added into the game. They listed that they fixed My Career, which drags out My Career longer. They didn't say like they fixed like the animations, cutscenes, any of that. I'm assuming they did. I don't know. They just said they drag it out longer, and it goes all the way to you getting inducted into the Hall of Fame now. So that's awesome. They also added back Create a Diva into the game. Okay, now that's not even the biggest part because they've also added Create an Arena. So the AWA is going to be back. Create a title. AWA gets the title. Of course, if you're an ROH fan, New Japan, TNA, Impact Wrestling, Global Force, PWG, Pro Wrestling Noah, Pro Wrestling Syndicate, any of those other fucking companies, you can make their title now in the game, which is badass. You can also create a show. I don't know what that means, like maybe the little Tron and everything for it. Maybe that's just for Universe, I don't know. But now we're moving on to the actual Universe part, which you can now have superstars on multiple shows. That's not that big of a thing, but like now, you don't have to have separate brands. You can have wrestlers on SmackDown and Raw, so more like the current wrestling right now, which I mean that's okay. And they've also said that online's getting an overhaul. I don't know what that means. Is it fixed? I don't know. I'm just going to talk about it right now. Online fucking sucked on WWE 2K15. Like, some people couldn't even load into a goddamn match. And the people that could, it took forever and it was freaking pathetic. And the online just pissed me off. It almost made me not even wish I bought the game because of how fucking terrible the online is. I bought the fucking game to play online and it completely sucked. The background matchmaking was fucking stupid. I mean, I don't know what genius thought of that, but it was a terrible idea. And then the private matches barely even worked ever anyways. So the online completely sucked. Will the online be good in this game? We don't know. We can only hope. They said it's getting an overhaul, so that's a good thing. There will now, which I was anticipating this and it is awesome, there will now be a 3-man commentary team for match gameplays. JBL has been added into the fold. The wrestling god, JBL might I add, has been added into the fold, so he will now be on the commentary team with Michael Cole and Jerry Lawler. That's pretty cool. I wish they'd add all the commentators into the game, like the NXT commentators and everything for when you're in the NXT arena. But whatever, maybe that'll get added in eventually. Another thing that's added back is 3 match types that they've confirmed to be added back in. I don't know if anything else is going to be added back in, but in this article they've confirmed that the ladder match will be added back in. I don't know what types of ladder matches, they just said ladder match. As well as the handicap match, which is pretty good. So when someone pisses me off on the game, I can now make them fight the Shield again. And also tornado tag matches are back in the game, which is the best information that we've heard yet, I think. Because I love tornado tag matches. They're awesome. They're extreme. And now we'll be uploading tornado tag matches on 2K16 on this YouTube channel by the end of this year. Yeah! Another thing is there will be no loading screens between entrances on this game. So like before, when you'd have to wait and it would buffer and they'd show a loading symbol, that pissed me off. Now you will no longer have to wait for that. They will go directly to the next person's entrance, which is awesome. It makes the game more realistic. Also, apparently they have improved the ref and the manager AI. That's just little information. I don't know what the fuck that even means. The phone just went off. I don't even know what the hell that even means. They've improved the manager and ref AIs. Ooh, whatever. How do you improve the ref AI? I mean, like, are you gonna make him quit being a freaking cunt and bring back Charles Robinson? Maybe, I don't know. Because this freaking ref, the stupid office referee, was a moron. I don't know how many times he freaking counted me out when I was crawling on the freaking mat trying to get outside the ring in a tag team match. You have no idea how much that pisses me off. But I freaking hate the ref. Every chance I get in 2K15, I take that sumbitch to Suplex City with Bork Laser every single freaking match. But after that, we're going to get into the entrances now and what I think of the entrances and my opinion on the game. That was just the facts in the article, which you can find in the description, like I said earlier. But that was just my opinion on the article. Now we're going to move into the entrances, and the entrances were phenomenal. Like, phenomenal is not even the word to describe it. I love Finn Balor's entrance. It was on point. They've got that entrance on lock. It's perfect. The entrance is perfect. You've got the same intro as before. Then he comes out. It's like everything like legit. The only problem I had is with the face, with the body paint, which that's not a problem with the entrance. That's just a problem with the call. They didn't update the body paint. It's still the first body paint that he wore in NXT, which I want the freaking Dragon one. I want the New Japan one. I want all those in there, which you can't be too picky, so I'm not going to complain. But he had the awesome entrance to where he crawls out onto the stage. He goes up and everything. The music drops into the actual music instead of just the beat at the starting. And then they announce him from Greywinkle, something, Ireland. I don't even know what they call it, but sorry if I butchered your town, Balor, but I don't know where you're from. They call him out there. He crawls down the ramp and everything. That's why I shouldn't be a ring announcer. I'm never going to be a ring announcer. He crawls down the ring apron. I wouldn't be as bad as Eva Marie, though, but he goes down not the ring apron. He goes down the stage. He goes up. The lights go off. They have the light effects and everything. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. And then he crawls down. He actually goes into the corner. The only problem I have is since the steps are on the upper side for the Raw arena, he goes up there, which I don't know if this will be different for NXT since the steps are down below on the bottom half of the screen. But for Raw, he goes up to the top half and goes into the corner. I mean, I don't like the corner animation very good because he's supposed to lean on the barricade when he does it. At least maybe he hasn't. No, he hasn't. I'm just thinking that because the fans are always like over the barricade touching him. They didn't add that in there or anything. Although, speaking of the crowd, I did see they updated the crowd, so that, of course the crowd has new t-shirts. I seen a lot of Kevin Owens shirts. Yeah, that clearly means Kevin Owens is now confirmed for the game. Remember, you heard that from me. Kevin Owens is now officially confirmed for the game. Since there is a crowd member out there in the crowd wearing the KO t-shirt, he is now officially confirmed in the game. Kevin Owens, pop-up powerbomb city, bitch. But, Finn Balor, his entrance is on point. It's perfect, I think. The animations are awesome. It looks smooth. It looks clear. It's freaking awesome. When I seen the picture of Stone Cold standing up on the entrance ramp of the other gameplay video or whatever, of that little, I can't remember where I seen it, but there's a picture of Stone Cold standing up on the ramp. I don't know if it's in this article or what, but that looked awesome. Finn Balor's entrance looks awesome. It's on point perfectly. And now moving on to the other person's entrance that was shown in the gameplay video. I think they posted like 3 videos, like one for entrance, one for Rollins' entrance, one for the gameplay. But in Rollins' entrance, the problem that I have is like when Rollins comes out there, he does that stupid cocky smile, and he's walking down there like he's cocky and a piece of shit, which makes you hate him. I love Seth Rollins, but it makes you hate him. And then he does the thing with his hands up on the ramp and on the stage. They didn't do that in this game. He does the other taunt that he used to do in the Shield, where he bangs his chest, which I didn't care for too much. And we didn't see J&J security with him either, which I was confused about. Where was J&J, man? But anyways, Seth Rollins has an okay entrance. It looks smooth and everything. I just don't like the animations very well. Till he gets down to the ring, to the ring, and then it's actually legit and on point. Like, he does everything exactly right once he gets down to the ring. It's just up until that point that's kind of iffy. But they do have his music in the game, and he has a Titantron and a Minitron, which is what matters. Because last year having the stupid Shield entrances pissed me off. I wanted Seth Rollins' theme in the game. Now we get Seth Rollins' theme in the game. It's an updated Seth Rollins attire as well, with the yellow outlines on the black attire, on the black Power Rangers outfit, whatever you want to call it. It's got the yellow lines on it now, which is awesome. It looks like they updated Seth Rollins' hair a little, to where there's a little less blonde, but he's still got blonde in his hair, like too much, which, I mean, I don't know. Most people ain't going to worry about it. But the problem that I have, okay, now I'm moving on to just my straight opinions on what I think of the game so far. The problem that I have with Seth Rollins is the fact that they haven't showed what his finish is going to be yet. And I hope to hell it's not a pedigree. It better not be a pedigree. The pedigree is freaking stupid. What I'm hoping it is the Phoenix Splash, and then maybe that weird inverted face buster DDT that he did that one time or so. I think he did it 2 times, maybe, I don't know. Hopefully it's that, and not the damn pedigree. I mean, the pedigree is going to be in the game. So for you people that's wanting the pedigree, fuck you, because you can just take the pedigree from Triple H. So it's not that big of a deal. Just, I hope they do not have the pedigree in the game, because I cannot stand Seth Rollins doing the pedigree. He looks terrible. He cannot do a good pedigree. And at least, if he's going to do it, name it something else, like the Rollins agreed. Just name it something else. Like, instead of pedigree, just call it the Future Shock. Just rip off Drew McIntyre's DDT and just call it the Future Shock, since he's Undisputed Future. Call it the Future Shock, or the Shock of the Future, or the time is up. I don't freaking know. What I'm also going to add is I hope they have a Seth Rollins t-shirt attire in the game, and not just his black shirt thing, like his wetsuit thing that he has to rip off because it's so freaking tight. I hope they have his t-shirts in the game, like either the SR one or the new one. They won't have the new one. I'll have to make the new one in the game, but the new t-shirt that he had on Raw, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you have to go look at that. I did a Raw review last night talking about it. If you want to go check that out, that might be in the description too if I link it. I don't know if I'll remember to or not. But that was hilarious. He has an awesome t-shirt. It says "Never Shuts Up" on the front, and it's got the SR below it, and then on the back it says "You can't you can't see me." Like, instead of "you can't see me," it's "you can't see me." Never mind, that's not the point. That's not talking about the game. Another thing about the game is Finn Balor did a suplex from the outside on the apron into the ring, like, you know, the normal one, except it had a new animation, like a more realistic animation. Like, he lifts him up and then he backs up and then does it. Like, it's actually looking like a legit suplex into the ring. So, like, they have new animations for old moves, which I like. It fixes stuff. It makes it better. The thing that I'm wondering though is with this rest hold shit, and like they say you can have animations reversals strictly to certain superstars' abilities. Like, so what exactly does this mean? Like, that's what I'm confused about. Does that mean we're gonna get to see like Seth Rollins thing to where like he reverses the thing where you pick him up into like the flipping enziguri? Is that gonna be is stuff like that gonna be in the game even like moves that are directly toward off of reversals? Like that's what I'm wondering. Also, so Finn Balor has that setting drop kick. Like that means definitely the sling blade's gonna be in the game, along with a new animation for the foot stomp or the coup de grace. There should be a new animation for that. I'm just psyched to see all the new animations and like just play a match in general. Like, but I want to see Dean Ambrose's entrance as well. I want to see what he comes out wearing. Is it just gonna be like a regular white tank top or what? Like a wife beater? Or like, what's Ambrose gonna come out in? I also heard that Roman Reigns is going to be coming down from the crowd legitimately now, so he's actually going to be walking down the steps, which is going to be awesome. If they still have the Shield entrance in the game, I hope the whole Shield does that, because that will be cool as hell. I've also heard something about the Shield might have their mask that they had at WrestleMania 30. I hope that's the case, because those masks were cool as hell. Cool as hell if they have a Shield attire. I hope they have the WrestleMania Shield attire as well. But other than that, I mean, there's not much else to talk about besides Hulk Hogan's out of the game. There's over 120 characters, like I said, unique characters. So, I mean, you can only assume there's going to be, like, ECW wrestlers and stuff like that in the game, too. I've heard that rumored. I don't know if that's true, but if there's ECW wrestlers in the game, we can only hope that someone like Sabu or RVD attires in the game for like an ECW type one. Tommy Dreamer maybe, I don't know. He was wrestling for TNA and now he's back in NXT for a while there and then he's gone. So I mean I don't know, maybe Dreamer. Rhino for sure now since he's in NXT. I know he'll be in the game. He'll probably be maybe in the ECW though category because I don't know, the game was pretty much finalized by the time he got in NXT. So he might be on the ECW roster page if they have an ECW roster, but we can only hope Enzo and Big Cass is in the game because if they're in the game, I can't wait to see their entrance. I hope they do their whole promo. Their whole promo is awesome. I'm pretty sure anyone that's an Enzo and Big Cass fan can. I'm pretty sure anyone that's an Enzo and Big Cass fan can recite their whole promo. I can't. I'm not going to do it for you right now because that's going to take too much time up. But, bada boom, realest guys in the room, how you doing? I'll do that much. Yeah, how you doing? But anyways, if Enzo and Big Cass isn't in the game, I'm going to wrap this video up now because I think it's been like 20 plus minutes. But, all I know is Kevin Owens is confirmed in the game. You heard that from me first. Kevin Owens is in the game now. I seen the t-shirt. It's got the KO shirt in the game. Kevin Owens is in the game. Pop-up powerbomb time. Yeah. I'll have to go back and check. I don't think I see any Samoa Joe shirts, though. But I might have to go back and check that, because that could be a real giveaway there. But, make sure to like this video. Subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment on how awesome this news is, because I know it's awesome. Don't try to tell me it's not. But other than that, guys, Enzo and Big Cass better be in the game. Otherwise, the game, there's only one word to describe this game if Enzo and Big Cass ain't in it. And I'm going to spell it out for you. SAWFT. Soul.